If you're shipping lots of cards or entire collections, don't make this mistake that could cost you hundreds of dollars. Instead of shipping like this, ship like this. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, what's up from Pokemon Classics, reminding you that the classics never go out of style. Now I know what you're thinking, this is a new setting, a new backdrop for Pokemon Classics, and you're right, I don't have any of my regular background pieces, my YouTube sign, my neon lights, my Charmander with the biker gear. I love that little guy. But this is something I've been working on for a while now, but I wanted to add another little filming backdrop, and one with a standing desk so I could package orders and work on shipping things, as well as have better accessibility to a top-down camera, rather than having to take apart all of my camera gear, reconfigure it, every single time I wanted to make one of those types of videos. But anyway, that's not what this video is about, that's for another day. This video is all about shipping, and in particular, I came across a common shipping situation with one of my orders, and I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to provide some education to everybody else out there that has ever struggled with shipping a complete set or something that has quite a few cards and moving pieces to it. How do we do that securely and safely without any collateral damage? So buckle in, because that's what this video is going to be all about today. All right, so before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let me showcase the order that I sold on eBay recently that prompted this video. Now this is a really nice set of cards. This is a shadowless, complete base set, non-holo set of cards. So it's all the different cards from base set and shadowless, except for the 16 holographic cards in the set. And originally I had these listed as excellent to near mint condition. So we'd expect to see a little bit of light wear, maybe some dots of edge wear on the back and in the corners especially. But I'm really impressed with these. Like, these are even better than I think I described them as. So hopefully whoever receives these cards appreciates them. But we'll give you a quick look at some of these. We've got the rares first. Look at that, I got the Electabuzz, the Electrode, the Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto is always one of my favorites. Here are the trainers. And what you really need to look for when buying collections, especially if there's a specific condition you're looking for, is it's really about the back sides, because that's where you're going to see the wear. Like I said, I had these described as excellent to near mint, but these are actually in really good condition. Look at that, there's a little bit of edge wear here and there, occasional dots, but overall, very strong set. So, like I said, whoever receives this package, I hope is impressed with the packaging, but also the stated condition. So as I was saying, that's a really nice looking set, and just some shameless self-promotion here, but if you're looking for cards like this, raw cards, primarily classic vintage cards, I have a lot more sets of uncommons and commons, as well as some raw cards available on my eBay store. I'll leave a link for that down in the description below if that's anything you're interested in. I should also disclose that is an affiliate link, so if you do happen to buy anything from my store or elsewhere, eBay offers me a small commission on that without any additional cost to you. So definitely check out my eBay link if that's something you're interested in. But anyway, let's get into the packaging and the shipping, because that's primarily what this video is all about. So as I mentioned earlier, there are a number of different ways we could ship a set like this one. One option is to use binder pages and put them into one of those soft envelopes like a bubble mailer. But if you're going to do that, you are taking on the additional risk of it getting folded, damaged, or compressed in some way while it's in transit. And for me personally, I'd rather spend a little bit of extra money and take something that's a bit more rigid, a little bit more protected, like one of these small flat rate boxes from USPS. Now, if you buy the shipping label from eBay itself, it's only a little bit over $8 for one of these, and you don't have to worry about how exactly you package it or weighing how much the contents weigh, because really it's whatever you can fit in the box is fair game, as long as it's not hazardous materials. So we can easily fit an entire set like this one into this box safely and securely for just $8. I think that's a pretty good deal, especially when you tack on the fact that it comes with tracking and it's insured automatically for $100. You can buy additional insurance if that's something you need, but if not, it's kind of nice having that added insurance on for your bulk orders. But anyway, let's get into the shipping part now. So the first thing that I like to do is take my small flat rate box, and I like to tape the sides so that you're not having to juggle cards and try to fit them in as you're folding those edges in. So a little piece of tape on each one of the corners will hold it securely in place as you're packaging, which makes a big difference. Next, you're gonna need two things. One, sleeves if you haven't. It's important to sleeve every card, even if they're not high value cards. I do think you wanna make sure that they're protected throughout the entirety of the transaction. 2, you're gonna want some team bags, or in this case, I like to use the PSA graded sleeves. And I think this works great, especially if you sell both types of cards, because then you can use these for your actual slabs, but then also you can use them for individual raw cards as a team bag. So I think it has versatility in serving both of those purposes. So first, you're going to want to take each one of your stacks of cards and seal them off in one of those individual team bags or PSA sleeves, and make sure it's tight so that the cards aren't moving around too much, and that'll keep them protected. It'll also make it easier to bubble wrap them up once we actually put them into the box. As you can see, the top of the sleeves will keep the cards protected from any sort of pressure points, but then also it'll keep the cards nice and firmly secured so that they're not moving around. And unlike binder pages, then you don't have to worry about them falling out. We'll do that with all 3 stacks of our cards, and then we'll get them into the box. You'll notice those team bags as well as those PSA sleeves have resealable strips, and that's what it's all about. That way you don't have to use tape and worry about the tape damaging the cards or making it difficult for your buyer to unpack once they receive the order. So I'd highly recommend those, and again, I'll have links down in the description for those if you're looking to pick up some of those. Next though, we gotta get the cards into the box. So generally, these boxes are going to accommodate 2 different stacks really well, and so what I like to do is kind of balance them out. So I'll have the rares and the uncommons on one side of the box wrapped up in bubble wrap, and then the commons over on the other side. That way the weight distribution is even and everything stays securely in place because all of the space, all of the volume of the box itself is occupied by something. Now, if you still have a little bit of space to fill in your box, that's where some scraps of bubble wrap will come in handy, because I don't want these cards moving around anywhere in transit. I want them locked in. One more thing that I would personally recommend doing is on the front of these boxes, sometimes the little sticky adhesive isn't enough. At least it's not enough for me to fully trust. So I utilize some boxing tape and I just give it a once over on that front flap as well. So we'll go ahead and add some tape to that too. Of course, if you're running a business, it's always good to have business cards on hand. That way you can thank your customer for their order, show your appreciation, as well as show them where to find you on social media, if that's something you're also doing. So as you can see, this order is securely packaged and ready for delivery. All it needs is the eBay shipping label printed out and attached to the exterior. Then it's ready to be dropped off. Hopefully the buyer appreciates the care and attention to detail that was put into the packaging of this order. And hopefully all of you will avoid that mistake of utilizing those 3-ring binder pages to ship collections or lots of cards, especially when combined with a soft envelope or a bubble mailer, where a lot of damage can happen unintentionally from things getting bent, from falling out, from being crushed by other packages. It's just a bad situation. I've seen it happen a number of times, so hopefully that's one you can avoid. Anyway, I just wanted to share this set with you all, along with some of my advice and tips for packaging and for shipping cards securely. And if you found this advice helpful at all, consider liking this video and subscribing to my YouTube channel for more Pokemon-related content. Also, if you're interested in sets like this one, I have many other similar cards and sets posted on my eBay store, and I'm constantly adding more to that store on a daily basis. So I'll leave a link for it down in the description below. Again, it's an affiliate link, but check it out if you're interested. If not, that's okay too. But anyway, speaking of work, I need to get back to work. I've got more orders to package, more listings to make, and more sorting and organization to do. Plus, this studio is not going to finish itself. So anyway, guys, I'm Pokemon Classics, reminding you all that the classics never go out of style. We'll see you all with the next video. Till then, everybody, stay well and have fun collecting. I'm out.